We are changing, or we're still cold. Who knows? We're a little of both, actually. Yeah. As we give you actually a pretty look over downtown Indianapolis this morning. We know we've been cold, nothing new here, but we do have a little bit warmer weather on the way.
Yes, inching towards the weekend, almost there, and inching towards a warm up, Chuck. I would say we're there this morning because I didn't see single digits.
Right.
So
Didn't it feel better this morning?
it really did.
I didn't have to run indoors.
Just
I
skip.
just skipped.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it, ladies, we've had 2 days this week where we were talking about extreme cold advisories. 2 days ago, if you'll recall, I was showing you a national map. Bismarck was 25 below zero. The wind chill was 48 below zero. Let's show you what it's like now. It's better really everywhere. And I'm not saying this is great weather. I'm not. But what I am saying is it's a whole lot better than it was. In fact, 21 here right now. Remember Bismarck that was, had the almost 50 below zero wind chill a few days ago? They're at 10 degrees for an air temperature. So around the Midwest and around the country, it is warmer. 21 in Indianapolis, 25 in Bloomington. It's still cold down south, by the way. New Orleans, 9 inches of snow on the ground. They are the same temperature as Bloomington. So we've got a pretty good day starting off here. It's 19 in Lebanon for you Tigers. Zionsville's hit 19, 16 in Rushville and in Newcastle. Martinsville's hit 20, Shelbyville's hit 20, and if you'll recall yesterday, Newcastle at this time had an 18 below zero wind chill. Right now the wind chill in Newcastle is 6. So yeah, it's still cold, but it's not like it was yesterday. And let's take a look at the flurries that have been dancing through here from west to east, moving through. I do think there's a chance for a couple of snow showers that may move through here, and I'll show you our future track later. But we're not talking about substantive snow. So a chilly start, and actually this will be colder than average, almost 10 degrees colder, but a lot warmer than what we've been used to. 27 the high later on this afternoon with a chance for some snow showers. And Matt, I hope your news is as good as mine. Mine's pretty good today.
It is pretty good. It's going to be hard to beat. We do have something that just happened within the past minute, Chuck. I-65 northbound as you meet with 865. So these folks with the taillights, they're headed north to Whitestown. Not a lot of details on this, and I was just reporting there's a traffic hazard, so there may be something in the road. Not sure if that was due to an accident or what that is being caused by, but we've got some slowdowns in those northbound lanes. You're still able to move, but a lot of these folks are getting out of the inside lane and coming into the center or the outside lane. Otherwise, traffic is moving fine across central Indiana. Julia?
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, we are still gathering details about a shooting that happened overnight on Indy's east side.
This was breaking at 4 this morning, and right now we have learned that police are telling us this happened on Olney Street near 30th and Sherman. That's where they found a person shot and in critical condition. IMPD told our crews that were on the scene they are searching a home near that area where the shooting happened for a possible suspect. So right now we are checking to see if anyone has been taken into custody or if they are still on the search this morning. A terrifying encounter caught on camera this morning. Stunning video we want to show you of a North Carolina man pulling a gun on a woman here at an Indianapolis gas station. You see that gas station there is on 56 in Emerson. The man who recorded this incident shared this video with 13 News and talked about what happened. Anna Chalker is in studio this morning. And Anna, what is he actually telling us about this scary situation? I can't imagine seeing this unfold.
Really not. That's why he got his phone out and started filming this video. And he said this all started after the man you see here was honking his horn at the woman who was sitting at a gas pump for too long. Now, I want to give you a closer look at this video. This happened, like you said, at a Speedway gas station near 56 and Emerson Avenue Tuesday night. As you can see, the man pinned the woman against her car and is holding a pistol to her head. And even after he walks away from her, he's still pointing the gun. And according to court documents, the man says the woman got out of her car and pointed her gun at him, but she denies that claim. The man also told police he told the woman he was going to, quote, blow her head off. Kevin Edwards says he was moving into his new place when he heard arguing. That's when he started recording, and others on scene called 911.
Words were exchanged. He got to calling her, racial slurs, and she didn't like that. Probably wasn't comfortable with it from what I'm going to assume, but that's when he pulled the gun. Yeah, as you can see in the video, he's choking her against the car.
I mean, terrifying,
Yeah,
really, to
right.
say the least, for, I mean, anyone just really on that scene, the ones who stepped in to break it up. I mean, it's just crazy. You watch that video.
And I guess thankful that he did step in even before police got there, because that could have been a lot different.
And I mean, we're seeing that every day almost with road rage shootings, just kind of different situations. I mean, police have said this is just showing that people sometimes don't know how to solve problems.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, Anna, thank you.
Well, your time is 6:05, and this morning a man is awaiting sentencing after he's convicted of killing an Indianapolis mother nearly 2 decades ago. Bruce Mendenhall is responsible for killing a handful of other women across the country. One of them, 31-year-old Karma Purpura. She was killed at a truck stop in July of 2007. The prosecution described the details of what they believe led to her murder.
The defendant picked her up in Indianapolis, killed her, stripped her, dumped her body, and kept the clothes in a bloody bag. That's what he did.
We have an individual who gives a statement. Make no mistake about it, they can try to characterize it as a confession. It is not a confession. It is not, I did this.
Well, her bloody clothes, her phone, and her ATM card were found inside of the cab of his semi-truck at a truck stop in Nashville, Tennessee. He reportedly told police that he had blood on him from cleaning up the murder. Purpura is now the third woman that he is convicted of killing. He'll be sentenced for her murder on February 13th. Well, this morning a man is charged in connection with the death of his wife, a former IPS teacher. Terry Ogle is facing 1 count of murder, as police tell us that Ogle called 911 and told dispatchers that he had beat his wife to death. Well, we have the court documents in this case, and they say that Ogle told police that he was depressed and thought that his wife was having an affair.
There's a lot of work to do, and this case is still under investigation. The magnitude of this case is enormous.
And the details are disturbing. This couple, seen here in their mugshots, Brian Stafford and Sonia Stafford, facing more than 120 criminal charges between them alleging abuse. Now, investigators say there could be more victims. Newly released court documents reveal those disturbing allegations of abuse. Investigators say between 2008 and 2024, at least 32 foster kids were placed in the Stafford's home. The victims reported sexual abuse from Brian and physical and mental abuse from Sonia. They say it went on for years. We talked to police about what's next.
It is our belief that there are still individuals out there, whether it be victims or witnesses.
The Staffords are due back in court in March. Their trial is set for June.
Well, a former detention deputy for the Marion County Sheriff's Office is now filing a lawsuit for wrongful termination. And in that suit, she names Marion County Sheriff Carrie Forstall and prosecutor Ryan Mears. Miriam Adamson Alvarez was one of 8 Marion County Sheriff's Office employees who were fired in June. They were charged for alleged overtime theft at work. She was accused of stealing $690 worth of overtime. Now, the charges against her were later dropped. Her attorney tells 13 News that Adamson Alvarez believes the allegation was made in retaliation after she filed a complaint against her superior.
Even though it was dismissed, nothing's been expunged, nothing's been made right.
And she says those allegations have kept her from getting other job opportunities. In this suit, she is wanting reinstatement back to her old job, back pay, front pay, punitive and compensatory damages as well.
Well, this morning, a Greenwood man is starting his 47-year prison sentence for the murder of his father. A jury just convicted Jacob Moran in November of 2023. Investigators say Jacob and his father, Sean, got into multiple fights before Jacob shot his father through a garage window. Jacob was eventually arrested in Michigan. And right now we're working to find out what led to this massive car fire along I-69. Look at these flames. This happened last night near a construction zone on the ramp from 69 onto 465. The fire did restrict traffic, but this morning that area is back open. We are reaching out to find out if anyone was injured or anyone else was involved.
We do have an update on a story from the Humane Society for Hamilton County that we shared earlier this week. They now say that those kennels without heat, they're empty, but they are still looking for fosters to make sure there's enough space for these animals. So as we reported, the site's heating system broke when it was really cold and left some dogs shivering in those kennels. This outage impacts 11 kennels and cages that have those indoor-outdoor entrances, so it's really cold on the inside. The Fisher Shelter says that even though the kennels are empty this morning, they are anticipating more surrenders today. So they say if you have any interest in fostering an animal to free up some space, you can apply on the shelter's website. We have posted a link for you at WTHR.com.
Well, just like everyone helped get those animals warm, we're going to give you something to think about to keep you warm.
Yeah.
We are 100 days away from the IU Health 500 Festival Mini Marathon and Rev here in Indy.
So think warm thoughts this morning, 100 days out. So on May 3rd, around 20,000 people will gather to run the 13.1 miles around the city that goes through IMS. Registration is open right now. The Mini will cost you $99, but if a 5K is more your speed, the Delta Dental is $45. And there are some other challenges as well. Also, if you want to just count down to the party, Rev Indy will also be on May 3rd. I'll just count down to anything in May, Chuck.
Yeah, me too. Fingers crossed the weather's good then. Hey, we're talking weather not for Indy right now, but for Paris, because right now the Pacers are in Paris. They're going to take on the Spurs, 2 p.m. our time. It'll be 8 p.m. in Paris, and outside the arena, 48 degrees and cloudy. For us, we'll be in the 40s next week, and my 7-day outlook is coming up.
And right now, a record-breaking snowstorm beating down on the deep south and Gulf Coast. Coming up at 6:45 here on Sunrise, the impact of that storm that is now being blamed for at least 10 deaths.